Imagine this. You're sitting quietly, maybe with a cup of tea in hand, when the reality hits. You've just lost your spouse. It's a moment that turns your world upside down, and suddenly, you're facing not just the ache of grief, but a flood of decisions you never expected to handle alone. This journey we're about to take together is all about health wisdom, practical, life-changing insights to help you steer clear of pitfalls that could make an already tough time even harder. We're diving into the subject of urgent, 5 financial death traps widowed seniors must avoid or risk everything. Because if your spouse passes away first, there are some things you should never say yes to without a second thought. Stick with me, and let's explore this wisdom together. Oh, and if you find it helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to join our growing community. Losing someone you've shared your life with is like having the ground shift beneath your feet. The emotional weight is heavy, yes, but it's the sudden responsibility of choices, big and small, that can feel overwhelming. In those raw moments, it's tempting to act quickly, to say yes to things out of loneliness or pressure, but some decisions can quietly lead you down a path of regret. Picture yourself at a crossroads. One way keeps your peace intact, while the other risks your financial security, your emotional strength, even your health. That's why we're here, to walk you through 5 mistakes many widowed folks stumble into, not because they're careless, but because grief can blur what's best for you. What's the first thing you'd do if you were suddenly on your own? Let's start there. One of the biggest traps is jumping into major financial decisions too soon. After your spouse is gone, you're left staring at bank accounts, insurance papers, maybe even a home full of memories, and it's natural to want to take charge, find some control in the chaos. But here's the thing. Grief isn't the best lens for clear thinking. Take Linda, a 68-year-old who lost her partner of decades. Within weeks, friends nudged her to sell their cozy house, less upkeep. They said, a new beginning. She did it, moving to a tiny condo miles away, only to realize later she'd acted out of panic, not purpose. Now, she misses her old garden, the neighbors who'd wave hello, and wishes she'd waited. Rushing into selling property, investing big, or even giving away money can feel right in the moment, but it's like planting seeds in a storm. They won't grow the way you hope. Have you ever felt pushed to decide something big when your heart wasn't ready? It's not just about houses or investments either. Sometimes people, well-meaning or not, see your vulnerability as a chance to swoop in. Maybe it's a slick salesperson with a can't-miss deal, or a friend insisting you split your savings with family right away. Generosity is beautiful, but giving too much too soon can leave you stretched thin later when you need that cushion most. The wisest move? Pause. Experts often suggest waiting a full year before locking in anything permanent. Time to let the fog lift, so you can see what's truly best for you. Consult someone you trust, like a financial advisor who gets your long-term needs, and let them guide you. Your future self will thank you for taking it slow. What's one financial choice you've been mulling over lately? Now, let's shift gears a bit. Another mistake that sneaks up on you is pulling away from the people who care. Grief can make you want to curl up alone, and that's okay for a while. You need space to feel what you feel. But when solitude turns into a wall between you and the world, it's like locking yourself in a room with no windows. Lonely gets lonelier. Think of George, 71, who stopped answering calls after his wife passed. He figured no one could understand, so why bother? Months later, he was drained, stuck in a gray haze, until a neighbor dragged him out for coffee. That small step, sipping a warm mug, hearing a friendly voice, cracked the door open. Connection doesn't erase the pain, but it lightens the load. Have you ever noticed how a quick chat, can shift your day? You don't need to dive into big gatherings if that's not your speed. Start small. Say yes to a phone call, a walk with a friend, or just sitting quietly with someone you love. Even if you're not ready to talk, being near others reminds you life's still moving, and they're there when you need them. Sometimes, though, it's tempting to push away the ones closest to you. Grief can make you prickly, tired, or convinced they don't get it. But those loved ones, they're not looking for perfect words. They just want to be there. Letting them in, even a little, can feel like a warm blanket on a cold night. And if you're craving folks who've walked this road, why not try a support group? Sharing with someone who's been there can feel like finding a map when you're lost. What's one small way you could reconnect this week? Here's something else to watch for: letting your health slip through the cracks. When your spouse is gone, it's easy to skip meals, dodge the doctor, or let your daily walk fade away. The grief takes over, and suddenly, caring for yourself feels like too much, or maybe even wrong, like it's betraying the love you had. But neglecting yourself doesn't honor them. It just makes your path rockier. Consider Ellen, 77, who stopped cooking after her husband died. She'd grab a bag of chips or nothing at all, and soon she felt sluggish, foggy, like her spark was gone. Her son stepped in, coaxing her to try simple meals. Think warm oatmeal with a drizzle of honey or a hearty soup, and bit by bit, she felt stronger. Your body needs that fuel, even when your heart's not in it. What's one healthy habit you've let slide lately? It's not just food, though. Movement matters too. Maybe you used to stroll together, and now the idea of going alone stings. But a short walk, feeling the breeze on your face, can lift your spirits more than you'd guess. Studies back this up. Staying active eases stress, boosts your mood, keeps you going longer. And don't skip those checkups. Keeping tabs on your health isn't selfish, it's smart. If the sadness feels heavy, talking to a counselor or friend can help too. You're not weak for needing support. You're brave for seeking it. Your spouse would want you to thrive, not just survive. How could a little self-care fit into your day tomorrow? Then there's the pull to fill the emptiness with someone new fast. Loneliness after losing a spouse can hit like a tidal wave, and a new relationship might seem like the lifeboat you need. There's nothing wrong with wanting love again, but rushing in before you've sorted through your grief can stir up more hurt. Take Sarah, 65, who started dating months after her husband's passing. At first, it was a lifeline, dinners out, someone to laugh with, but soon she felt overwhelmed, comparing him to her late partner, unsure if she was ready. Stepping back taught her she needed time to heal first. Ever felt that tug to jump into something new to escape the quiet? The trick is knowing why you're reaching out. Are you running from the pain or ready for something real? Grief leaves echoes, habits, memories, and jumping in too soon can tangle you up in guilt or unmet expectations. Plus, there's a real risk out there. Some folks prey on grieving hearts, offering comfort with strings attached. If anyone's pushing you too hard, emotionally or financially, trust your gut and slow down. Love can wait until you're steady on your own 2 feet. When the time's right, you'll know, and it'll be built on something solid. What do you think makes a relationship worth starting? Finally, let's talk about holding on to every little thing. Your spouse's sweater, their favorite mug. It's like they're still there in those pieces. Letting go feels like losing them twice, so you keep it all frozen in time. But sometimes that weight keeps you stuck. Picture Tom, 70, who left his wife's things untouched, her coat on the rack, her books on the shelf. It comforted him until it didn't. The unchanged space became a shadow he couldn't escape. When he donated some items, keeping her scarf to wrap around his shoulders. He felt lighter, not gone, just different. What's one thing you're holding onto that feels heavy? You don't have to clear it all out at once. Start with a treasure, like a photo or a letter, and tuck it somewhere special. Then, when you're ready, sort a little more. Maybe turn an old shirt into a pillow or share a keepsake with family. It's not erasing them. It's making room for you to breathe. Others might nudge you to move on faster, but this is your pace, your call. Letting go, bit by bit, honors them while giving you space to heal. How could you take one small step toward that balance? Here's the heart of it. Losing your spouse reshapes everything, but you've got the power to shape what comes next. Saying no to these traps, rushing money moves, hiding away, skipping self-care, leaping into romance, clinging to every item, sets you up to heal with grace. There's no clock on grief, no perfect path, but dodging these missteps keeps your heart and future safe. You're not forgetting them. You're carrying them forward in a way that lets you live fully again. What hit home for you today? Drop a comment with one thing you'll try. I'd love to hear it. You're still here, and that matters. This journey's yours, but you're not alone. We're in this together. If this wisdom sparked something in you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Let's build a community where we lift each other up, one step at a time. Tell me in the comments how you'll use this. Your voice keeps us going. Here's to moving forward with strength, peace, and a little light ahead. See you in the next video.